Hello everyone and welcome to GITEX Insights. I am joined by Shukri Eid from IBM. Welcome Shukri.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Nice to be here.
Great to have you with us. So Shukri, obviously here at GITEX, AI is a major focus for a lot of exhibitors. How is IBM bringing your AI into the show this year?
Yeah, I think AI has been into the focus area for the past couple of years or so. The speed with which the advancement of this technology into real life and real enterprise use cases has been breathtaking, and every year we show more and more evidence of how quickly this is being adopted. Of course, there are still issues, so there is a lot of media focus, there is a lot of investments. The real change within the organization is yet to be recognized fully. But we, as I said, we continue to show use cases where this is happening. On our stand at GITEX this year, we're showing a mix of global iconic use cases with global players as well as local players as well. On the global level, we show our partnership with the Ferrari team in F1 and how we are transforming the fans' experience for tens of millions, hundreds of millions of fans around the world around F1. And then similarly, our use case in football with Sevilla Football Club and the Spanish League, where we help them with scouting the best teams, the best fit in terms of capabilities and chemistry within the team. So we measure everything and we bring a lot of the structured data in terms of the stats of the players in the games they play, but also on the qualitative, less structured data of scouts, and so many other global use cases. On the local as well use cases, we show how our Watson X data platform is actually transforming the visa application and citizen services here with GDRFA, so here in Dubai, but also helping farmers across the country in a use case with the University of Sharjah to reflect to them key information about water reservoir, the optimum level of irrigation, and so on. So some real live use cases from the country as well.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing that. And obviously, cloud is definitely a big focus for IBM. And cloud, as we all know, it's the backbone of a lot of technologies, whether it be anything to do with data or enabling AI. So how is cloud constantly evolving, or how is cloud constantly transforming in terms of enabling smarter systems through automation?
So a few things are happening at this stage. IBM, several years ago, when we acquired Red Hat for almost $34 billion, we had a certain philosophy that we believe cloud is going to be hybrid and is going to be multi-cloud. And that is actually the scenario that is playing out. It's a mix. The architecture is going to be a mix between on-prem and public and private cloud. Customers are turning to specific workloads with multiple hyperscalers for different workloads. And we want it to be the glue that allows that freedom for organizations to be able to move workloads where it fits the best. And this is now also playing out in a different way, because over the past few years, there has been a migration to cloud. The return on investment was slightly lower because the cost started going out with a hockey stick. So that left people with a lot of what we call technical debt. And that's, I think, there's a reversal on being a little bit smarter on which workloads do we bring back into the organization, which ones do we put on which private or public cloud. And that's very important, I think, and we continue to facilitate that within the IBM portfolio of products and services. The other dimension as well is that AI adoption that we talked about is going to bring its own requirements and complexity into the architecture, including in cloud. Many of the use cases are going to be on-prem. Some other use cases are going to be on cloud. Some of them are going to be on the edge. And that's adding a new level of complexity to the industry and the landscape of IT within a large enterprise. And therefore, we as an IBM want to play that role again of not only simplifying this, but to embed AI capabilities in the way IT businesses are going to manage their assets. And this is where also FinOps, where we are able to actually make responsible choices about what's most feasible sort of architecture and where do we put data, where do we put workloads. So that's, I think, is what's happening in the cloud domain at the moment.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for sharing that once again. So when it comes to cloud and obviously now AI, trust is a big point of focus for a lot of organizations. So for IBM, how are you ensuring that trust is embedded in the different solutions and offerings that you have?
Of course, I think on multiple parts. Like if you talk about cybersecurity, of course, we continue to be a major player in that. Again, products and services. I think the next dimension or the next frontier that many of our customers and governments are actually interested in is what we call quantum safe. Is that how do we become, as a nation, as a large organization, become have assurance that when quantum capabilities are out there with a large adoption, that our data and infrastructure continue to be safe. Many bad actors will probably try to steal some data today, waiting for technology to be able to decrypt the data that they acquired today. So there is a lot of talk about how do we make our customers quantum safe. Our own infrastructure and many of our software products are quantum safe out of the box. So that's the role that we play ourselves in preparing our customers for the security landscape of the future, not that the challenges or risks that they meet today. But other areas is, of course, AI security. AI adoption that we talked about twice this time is also going to bring challenges when it comes to which AI models are going to be embedded in which AI use cases, used by which users, having access to which data sets in what parts of our IT landscape. And we are trying to help our customers, of course, to manage that. This is why we believe that AI governance is an extremely important capability that any real enterprise will not be able to really scale a responsible and secure and trustworthy AI usage unless they solve for problems like that. And that's what our Watson X, whether it's .ai, .data, and .gov, is actually designed with that in mind.
Great. And just to just looking ahead, what do you think, from IBM's perspective, what do you think would be the next technology that would disrupt the industry? Is it still going to be AI, quantum?
So we talked about AI. AI assistants are out there. Agentic AI is becoming a reality as well, and we are helping our customers go through that. Agentic AI is going to add another level of complexity to everything that we've discussed. It's a fleet of AI agents that not are only able to understand context, but to actually take actions and integrate with back-end applications. That means a total different landscape when it comes to integration of applications, automation, as well as governance. How do you govern not only simple AI use cases, agentic AI use cases? So that's I think what's also what we are dealing with at the moment, and we'll continue to deal with it more in the future. Cybersecurity, like I said. But then one big aspect is that the underlying IT stack, because of those changes, is going to get extremely complex, much more complex very, very quickly. And therefore, again, we believe that the solution to that is embedding AI in how we manage IT operations. This is where we talk about AI ops. This is where we talk about FinOps. How are you going to embed AI capabilities in managing your own IT stack in response of that increasing complex requirements by things like agentic AI?
Great. Thank you so much for being here with us today, Shukri. It's a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you.